The jury saw the tape dozens of times, often frame by frame or in slow motion. Officer Lawrence Powell was shown delivering the first blow to King. Powell said that King, who'd been shot twice with a stunning electric taser gun, was lying flat on the ground when, according to Powell, King suddenly rose to his feet and charged Officer Powell. Powell said he had no time to react and hit King across the shoulder. The prosecution said King was hit in the face. That point of contention is unclear on the videotape. King then crumpled to the ground, Powell said, like a rag doll. The videotape goes out of focus. Powell testified that when he turned toward King, he saw King trying to get back up. Powell can be seen delivering a flurry of baton blows. Testimony indicated that King was on all fours, attempting to stand up. Powell said he was frantically trying to keep King down. When the video comes back into focus, 5 other officers can be seen in a semicircle around King, who's seen lying face down on the ground, but with his head up. One expert on the use of force testified that every blow past this point was excessive, although another expert said all the blows were appropriate. Officer Ted Brasino's defense during the trial was that he thought the officers were out of control and that he tried to stop the beating. Brasino can be seen attempting to push Officer Powell away from King. But what Brasino did not see at the time, according to Powell, is that King was attempting to get back up on all fours. Powell says he saw it and delivered another baton blow. That's when Powell's partner, Officer Timothy Wynn, moved in, delivering baton blows as well. Wynn testified that his baton blows were being ordered and directed by Sergeant Stacy Kuhn, the supervising officer at the scene. Kuhn admitted he was directing the baton blows because he believed that King was on the hallucinogenic drug PCP, which often produces superhuman strength. Kuhn testified he based that assessment on the fact that King earlier had thrown off 4 officers while he was down on the ground, and that King was still walking after being shot twice with an electric taser gun. The tape shows King constantly rolling around, attempting to either deflect the baton blows or trying to get back up. But the defense pointed out that King never fully got into the compliance position ordered by the officers. That is, not until this point on the tape, when King appears to be trying to put his hands behind his back. Officer Brasino is seen stomping on King's neck. He told the court he was only trying to keep King down, afraid that if King continued to resist, someone would have shot King. But Officers Powell and Wynn said that when they saw King's body react to that kick, they thought King was trying to get back up, so they delivered more baton blows. Wynn then began kicking King in the back, he said, to get him back down on the ground. King is then seen rolling over, he's hit again, and then King sits up and puts his hands over his head. That's when Rodney King was finally taken into custody. In closing arguments, defense attorneys called their clients the thin blue line, guardians against the jungle. When it was over, the prosecution had failed to convince the jury that 81 seconds of videotape spoke for itself. Al Hinman, CNN, reporting.
There are arguments over the verdict that turn ugly.
You're putting the value of a human being on their price tag?
Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
Hey! Hey!
Everywhere there is anger and frustration.
I'm 43 years old. I have witnessed this for 43 years of my life, the injustice. I can't even convey to you. It is so traumatic. I cannot even convey to you the hurt.
It's like we're standing on a bomb, you know. We're standing on a big bomb. It's getting ready to blow up. You better watch out.
From what was going on downtown, all 4 acquitted in King beating. It says it all, but I can't help but wonder what the headlines will be when we wake up in the morning of the next edition of the paper, which obviously will have something to say about what we are going through in our city tonight.